Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our bacon and eggs run here on Elmcreek. And I finally got our corn header over here. Not much time has passed since the last episode because I want to go ahead and just get the corn started, and I'll deal with the... oh, wow, look at that. That's so cool. Oh, that's actually really cool. I'm amused by simple things, guys. But I thought that was pretty cool. All right, get the corn going. Good stuff. And let's go check on our... I was going to say, but our sugar beets need to be emptied out again. Of course they do. One negative, like I said, that's it. I mean, that's the reason why this tractor one is just not great, because it just... Topper is basically non-existent. So it needs to be emptied out pretty frequently. But once we get it done, we'll be happy to have the smaller one, I think. Assuming the pigs are completely full. They are. Need a little bit more. I mean, I'm assuming I want those bars to be basically even. So we need a little bit more, probably protein and root crops and stuff to catch up with the grain, but we'll get there. It's not like they're going to run out of food anytime soon, so we're going to be fine. And of course, the first piggies will come out here in... What did I say? 7 months? I can't remember all of a sudden. 6 months. 6 months. And then we'll have them every... Oh. I wrote it down somewhere. I just don't have it on my... For some reason I don't have it on my notes right in front of me. But I got it all worked out. How many piggies we're going to have per cycle and things like that. I forget exactly what their gestation period is. Let's go ahead and empty out this trailer over here. Just might as well. So you're not even going to be filled at all, so we won't need to use... I mean, we will use the trailer for you temporarily just because... Well, I guess we could just bring the harvester over here and dump it right into the silo. That would be fine. I don't know why, but I love seeing the corn kind of wiggle its way into the harvester. It's just kind of funny looking. So we will need to plow this, correct? Right, corn, yeah, corn needs plowed. Okay, good. We'll get that plowed up. This will be canola at some point. So it'll just sit here empty for now until the next cycle of canola. And have quite a bit of stockpiled crops before our pigs even get old enough to start making a dent in the food itself. Which is probably okay. I mean, like I said, once I get a good understanding of exactly how much food we're going to get off these fields per year, then I'll be able to better understand how many pigs we can actually support. Probably the one that will give us the best picture would be probably the barley. Canola we won't be able to do right away because it'll be multiple fields and it'll be hard for us to actually get the math right on that one. Sugar beets we're not going to be doing. Corn. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the barley. And obviously I can't count any of these existing fields because they weren't fertilized or anything like that. So the yields off these are not going to be an example of what we're actually going to end up with in the long run. All right, good stuff. Corn is done. Really? 5? Unloaded from these before. Just because of the angle. There we go. Actually, we're going to have to do more corn here in a minute, aren't we? Yeah, 82 is going to need to be harvested. So probably what we'll do is we'll just scooch up, bring the pipe back, and just park this harvester right here for now. Alright, good job, little harvester. You, of course, need to be emptied again. Full-time job, sitting here emptying this thing. What, about a quarter of the way done, or about to be once we get done with this path, probably? All right, not much for us to do while we're waiting for this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and put a skip in here. We'll come back once I've made a little bit more progress with this. All right, we're back. It's actually taken me quite a while to get this far. That was sugar beet fields that big with that small of a machine. Sure take a long time. In fact, it just filled up with its grain tank is full now, so we'll go empty that out real quick and come back and continue seeding our barley. I have plowed the cornfield. I plow and then put the lime down there. I've obviously limed the barley field as well, and now I'm seeding it. I still need to plow this field where the sugar beets were, but I mean, again, it's not super urgent because this will be a cornfield and we're not planting corn until April, so we got plenty of time to do it. But we have time. Once I get done harvesting here, we may do some of that here in a bit. Actually, whichever guy gets finished, either the seeder or the harvester. Probably the harvester, actually. He's not got that much left to do. That'll probably be the one that just starts plowing while I finish up the seeding over on the other field. But, yeah. I mean, we only have to do this once, so it's not a huge deal. Because, again, obviously, I'm not going to plant this much sugar beets again anytime ever, probably. We just don't need that much. And plus, we have so much sitting in piles over by the silo at the moment. It's going to last us quite a while. Oh, goodness. Make sure okay. Make sure my audio. I always have this weird panicky feeling that my audio is not going to be working because, I think I've mentioned already before. Oh, actually, no, I haven't for this series. Yeah, okay. So, I have a new computer setup. Just in case this is the only series you watch of mine, I have mentioned this on my other series. But I got a brand new computer, a new gaming computer, and a new recording computer. So 2 new computers. which obviously means that a lot of things might have changed. I mean, I try to keep all the settings identical. Like I even copied things, you know, I had both computers, you know, the old computer and the new computer of each, my gaming and my streaming computer, my recording computer side by side to make sure all the settings were okay. But I mean, it's new hardware, different hardware, you know, things like that. It's also Windows 11 instead of Windows 10, which I'm not super happy with at the moment, but it's what it came with, so we'll deal. But I actually recorded one of the other series, F1 Manager, I think, something like that, and didn't realize until I was already like halfway through the second episode that Windows had reset the audio settings and I wasn't getting audio anymore, my actual microphone audio. So I actually had to go back and dub over that one. So I just want to make sure, just if you guys notice anything wrong with the audio, the visual, anything like that, let me know. Bear with me as I tweak these settings, you know, to kind of get them back to where, you know, close to where they were, even better than they were before, to make sure that everything's, you know, working okay. But other than just settings and like configuration, everything like functionally has been great. I mean, the gaming computer is really nice. It's got a 4080 GPU. And then the recording computer, I actually have an Intel GPU in that one. I got one of the new, I think it's an Intel A770, something like that. 16 gigs of RAM on that. So it's a really nice GPU. Quite a bit cheaper, obviously, than some of the NVIDIAs or AMDs. But still gets 16 gigs of RAM. And I don't need like a crazy GPU in the recording computer. I just wanted one that had a lot of RAM. So I was like, 16 gigs of RAM should be pretty good. It's a massive step up from what I had before. My old recording computer was an 8-year-old computer. So going from an 8-year-old computer to a modern computer is a absolutely ginormous leap up in just overall speed and performance. My gaming computer was only about 4 years old though. Still, going from a 2080 Ti to a 4080, I believe it was like double the performance just from the graphics card alone. And then you throw in a bit of a boost from the CPUs and things of that nature. And yeah, should last me several more years, hopefully. So it's good stuff. Almost done, Mr. Sugarbeet dude. Also almost done with the seeding. So actually, we probably will be doing the plowing on one of the other months when we have something else going on, because we're about to finish both of these about the same time. Once we get our actual crops, the crops that we care about down on these fields, I think these months will go quite a bit quicker. It's a bit tedious right now just because of the nature of, you know, having to do all these root crops, both the potatoes and now the sugar beets. So those are just slow crops. I mean, they really are. And it's going to take a little bit of a slow start here, but we'll get cruising along. I mean, our harvester is so big, it'll be able to knock out corn or barley or canola, any of those things real quickly. And like I said, we won't need to do sugar beets again for a very long time. I got to remember I need to put... guess I'll just put corn on field 81. Since we're not going to be putting sugar beets on it for a very long time. I guess we'll just put corn. I mean, it's not going to be that much, but we'll just put a little bit of corn on there. Just go from there. That should be fine. Obviously, we're getting the fertilizing done at the same time that we are planting. That'll take care of all of that. And then We'll just have to weed next month, but that should be pretty quick. And then next month we'll be harvesting that other sugar beet field, which is about the same size. So it's gonna take a long time as well. Very tempted to lease one of the big giant things, but honestly, we just do it once, get it done, and it's gonna be fine. So we'll knock it out. And then as far as the cornfield, which is the tiny one over there, field 80, was it 83, 82? That'll take like 2 swipes and it'll be done. It's really just the sugar beets. I mean, part of me's tempted to just plow the field and move on with my life, but might as well get it. I mean, by getting it now, we don't have to do it again, like I said, for quite some time, so. That being said, once our pigs really start eating a lot of food, I mean, once we get more pigs, I should say, once we get the full, I guess, 100 plus or something like that, and they're like, half of them are like super fat, and they're gonna be eating quite a bit. So we'll get to a point not too far down the road where our food will go away quite a bit quicker than we will start. We're starting slow, and then we'll work up to a nice steady pace once we get up there. How much did that have? That had 80%. Okay, it does. I need to go empty this real quick. The rest of it might fit in here, but just to be safe, we'll go empty this and we'll know for sure that it'll fit. Oh no, the 2 piles are going to touch. Actually, I think they might stay separated intentionally. Like they're not allowed to touch or something. We'll be alright though. We're not making any more potatoes anyway, and sugar beets are about to be done. Well, I guess there is one more field, but I got plenty of space over there for the rest of that one as well. Alright, we'll wait for this to get it done just because it's almost done here. Then we'll go finish the seeding and we'll get the plowing done. Well, I say plowing done. We'll probably start the plowing, but won't actually wait for it to finish. Oh, it would have almost perfectly fit in there. We had 80% and this is 20%. Just my luck, it would have been like 5 liters over, something like that. So I think it was still good that we emptied it, but it's funny that it could have been perfect. Alright, good stuff there. Just leave the trail over here because we will be needing it again here shortly. All right, let's get you settled as well. Actually, I guess I can just drive you over by the other sugar beets. We just bought these not that long ago. We're already almost out of fuel on this one. Like I said, the barley's really going to be the big test. My expectation is that we will get, let's see here. We should be getting, I think, 3,885 liters per acre. And this is a 4-acre, a little over a 4-acre field. So we'll judge once we be able to harvest that how much, if that is actually accurate with or without the improvements, right? Because, oh, okay, good, true. I almost forgot to make sure you didn't come in here and start plowing this field too. I'm going to go ahead and do a header here just to make sure he doesn't. But anyway, like I said before, I have a sheet that has all the yields for all the crops for, you know, per acre and things like that, but I can't remember if it is before or after the improvements, the yield improvements. So if it's before the yield improvements, then that's almost double that number, which will be really nice. But if it is after the improvements, then my field sizes are exactly the right size for the number of pigs I'm expecting. Get you ready to go do the corn here in a moment. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. I may actually just let this plow run for a little bit while I go take care of something. And that way when I come back, it's already finished. But When we come back next time, I will be fast forwarding so we can finish up the corn and then start on the other big sugar beet field. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.